Passionate Living on WBBZ TV is sponsored by the Aura Salt Cave, offering holistic services unique to the alternative health and wellness community. They're located at 6429 Transit Road in East Amherst, online at aurasaltcave.com. And Dr. Todd Shatkin, Western New York's leader in general and cosmetic dentistry, located at the Aesthetic Associates Center, 2500 Kensington Avenue, online at drtshatkin.com.
Hi, I'm Kat Miller. Are you ready for this week's adventure into passionate living? Well, on this episode, my niece Rozina and I decided to take a fun-filled hike, which we followed with a reward of homemade ice cream churned by a family right in Williamsville, New York, who are passionate about chocolate, comic books, and ice cream. I mean, what's better than that? Then we're going to meet an inspired woman whose passion to restore the original Herschell Carousel building in North Tonawanda, New York, created a group effort that has lifted her community in a huge way. But first, it's tea time with Samantha Latshaw and I as we learn how to make some healthy cleaning products right from the comfort of our own home. So sit back, buckle your seatbelt, and get ready for a ride into today's exciting adventure of passionate living. Well, welcome to Tea Time with Sam and Kat, and we have Kelly from Aura Salt Cave with us again today to start us out with a fabulous tea.
Yes, and today we're going to do tea over ice because it's starting to get a little warm outside.
It's the perfect time to drink iced tea, and you can make it very quick and easy by just brewing it hot and putting it right over your ice cubes.
Now, what do you have in here? What is our tea of the day, Kelly?
So our tea of the day is a cool watermelon mint.
So summer.
It's great, it's refreshing. That little bit of mint just adds that refreshing bit to the sweetness. And I've got this going in here. This is an urban fruit, so we've done this with boiling water. And I've already got it going.
Now, what about this teapot?
This is one of my best friends, really. It's got the strainer built in, super easy to use.
Wow.
And if I don't want to steep overnight in the fridge, I just brew it hot and then I go right over ice. So it's got a little lip on it, sits right over your cup.
Oh my gosh, the
Look
ingenuity.
That is so cool.
I was like,
how about that?
What? You totally just caught me off guard. I thought you were going to pour and then this cool contraption.
Super easy.
So cool, isn't
Not
it?
at all, and it's very practical. It's easy to clean, which is huge, especially when you're doing loose leaf and you don't want to mess with all the infusers. This is perfect.
Oh, Kelly, thank you for this tea.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Wonderful.
Enjoy, ladies.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thanks. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my, oh.
We need to do this outside with a picnic.
Yes, we do. Seriously, this
Perfect
is
for summer.
delicious. We're in springtime, heading towards summer, and in spring, what do we think about but spring cleaning?
Spring cleaning. I actually did some of that this weekend.
Ah, well, especially with baby Latshaw.
Yes, Layla.
Layla, yeah, and we want to make an announcement. Go ahead.
Well, I am 6 months pregnant. If you didn't notice,
Yes, but
I
we now
have been
know.
moving and getting a little bigger every time we do a segment.
Yeah.
It wasn't because I ate too much lunch. So.
But now we know the sex of this little squirt.
Yes, it's a girl.
It's a girl. Rozina and I had this, so we knew it was a girl.
So today you mentioned you were going to teach us some spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning products. Now we have a little container here, and this is a very simple one for all around, all-purpose cleaning. You want to take a little cider vinegar or white vinegar, and you want to use equal parts of the vinegar.
You know, this is cannot come at a better time because I personally, you know, with the pregnancy have been avoiding cleaning solutions because of all those harsh chemicals.
So many harsh chemicals, and it's so bad for little Layla. So equal parts vinegar, water, and then we want to just take some lemon rind and drop that in, squeeze it in. And if you have rosemary sprigs, you can put those in just for a little bit of an aroma, a little fresh smell when you walk into the house.
So what do you do after you clean?
I usually clean my floors with vinegar and water.
Well, vinegar is a natural antimicrobial, so it kills the germs. You don't always have to use bleach. And sometimes people might be afraid of the smell of vinegar, but once it dries, it just dissipates. You don't have that vinegar smell if you clean with it.
And another wonderful at-home cleaner is just to take some baking soda. Everybody has this in their home. Take maybe 4 tablespoons of baking soda, put it in a quart of water, shake it up, and use that in the kitchen for wiping down counters, for scrubbing the stove, for doing things. If you have something that's a little more stubborn, my mom takes a little baking soda and boils it in a pot to loosen up some of the burnt items on the bottom.
I'll have to definitely try that. I mean, you can also use it for laundry as well. More than natural if you have like skin allergies.
Exactly. Yeah. It's wonderful. This, a little boric acid and Fell soap in the laundry, and you can wash your clothes and not have all those harsh chemicals.
Absolutely, especially if you have like psoriasis or eczema, some type of skin condition.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Layla. We have very natural cleaning products.
You'll be safe when Mommy cleans.
We have to have a picnic as soon as you get back from your little vacation.
Absolutely.
Until next week at tea time
with Sam and Kat.
So Rozina, we're gonna go on a hike today.
Yeah.
I know how much you like bugs.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Like right there was an example. So I thought getting out in the outdoors might be some really good therapy for us.
Yeah.
Bug therapy, right?
Okay, sure.
So anyhow, I brought some survival elements. I brought water.
Good, we're gonna need that.
Because you know how much I love plastic bottles.
So glass.
Glass,
great.
Recyclable water.
Okay.
I brought sunglasses so I could look cool. You have your sunglasses, right?
You didn't bring me sunglasses?
I guess only I get to look cool. Okay. Now, I brought us a slingshot.
How's that gonna help us?
Because, if we get in a survival situation and we're starving, we get squirrels.
Squirrels?
Okay. Well, clearly you're not with me on the survival thing. Now, you talk about cool. This is going to be the really cool part of our hike.
Oh my God.
It's my Dan Boone hat. No raccoons were hurt in the making of this hat, by the way.
This is
fake.
This is gonna help us how?
Okay.
How is this gonna help us?
One more really important thing. I brought a harmonica. Because when we're sitting around the campfires at night.
What campfire? We're gonna be hiking for an hour.
Don't you think? For campfires?
We won't have a campfire.
Oh, all right. Well, anyhow, this is what I grabbed on the way out the door because I thought it was all good survival stuff.
And you have no food?
Well,
no Band-Aids?
I'm sorry.
But you have a harmonica.
And a slingshot.
Because that helps.
Well, I guess we should just get to this hike.
Okay. Oh my God, was that a leaf? There's a leaf.
All right, Rozina, we're going in. So when we go on a hike, maybe wear jeans and not white shoes.
They're dirty anyway.
Oh, you're gonna get dirtier.
That's okay.
Okay.
Laundry machine, that's what they're for.
Look at the water, isn't it gorgeous? Okay, Rozina. So
this is not a good idea.
I just think this log is begging us to walk across it.
It's not a good idea, okay?
No,
that's fine, you go first.
Oh boy. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, Jesus.
I think I'm stable. Probably should do it in bare feet, but.
Oh.
I'm almost across. How you doing, Rozina?
If this is how I die.
I don't think you're gonna.
Don't come back while I'm on here. No!
Yeah. It's like a foot of water. If you die in this, we're in big trouble.
Oh my God. This is where you lost my shoe?
This is where I lost your yellow shoe that
I
loved so much.
You loved.
Yeah.
It's my shoe. You go first.
All right. Now, we could take the low bridge, or we could take The high.
If it snaps, that is...
This is kind of fun, Rozina. I think you should do it.
I'm not gonna bounce on it
What?
because I don't have a death wish.
Where's your sense of adventure?
There. Does that make you happy?
Yeah, it does actually. Speaking of bridges, there's a bridge in these woods of Amherst State Park. It's made of our front porch.
Yeah.
But we can't
Pretty cool.
find it so far, have
No, and I'm not sure we want to keep looking.
we? We do. It's a quest, Rozina. We'll have to find the bridge.
We'll come back next time.
Oh my God, Rozina. I'm so tired
know.
and so
Me too.
thirsty. We need food and water.
Or ice cream.
Oh my God, look!
I know.
An ice cream place.
Yeah.
It's like an oasis in the middle of a desert. Let's go.
Okay.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. This is a cool place.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's a historic mill, but inside we have ice cream, cool drinks, chocolates.
Oh my gosh, we just took the longest hike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really intense.
Well, come on in.
Oh, thank you.
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
Now, is this your place?
Yeah, these 3 buildings are ours. Yeah, and they're 210 years old. So.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm Kat, and this is my niece Rozina.
How are you?
And what is your?
Howard.
Howard. It's nice to meet
Oh,
you, Howard.
thanks. Yeah.
Thanks. Wow, this is. Could you show us this place? We'd
Sure.
love to.
I mean, you could start upstairs at the comic book store if you want. It's
wow,
up to you.
have a comic book store
Yeah.
and ice cream?
Yeah, just head
This
on
is so
upstairs.
cool.
Yeah.
I love it. Wow, Howard, now clearly you are passionate about comic books.
Yeah, comic books, toys, games. We like collecting. We have people out for signings and autograph opportunities when the virus is
Wow.
not around.
Yeah, this is super cool.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, have a look around. There's a
Well,
lot of
thanks.
fun stuff.
How did you get started in all this?
Which? The ice cream, the chocolate, the comics? It's all different.
All of it. Well, let's start with the comics.
Oh, well, I've been collecting my whole life. We're big comic book fans. So, and then I had my kids a few years ago, so that's kind of carried on. So it's one of our passions. It definitely made me a voracious reader.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So comic books were your launch into reading.
Yeah, as a kid, yeah, for sure. I grew up downstate in New York City. I wouldn't have been such a good student if it wasn't for comic books.
That's actually a great testament to
Yeah.
comic books that
Yeah.
they're.
And then a lot of times we would sell our chocolate at conventions, and we'd get to meet people and trade the chocolate for signatures or,
Wow.
products. So yeah, it's a lot of
That's
fun.
wonderful.
And we buy old toys from people's collections, and we sell a ton of stuff all the time. So.
Wow.
But you said you were in need of a cool down. If you want to go down for ice cream or a drink.
Oh, let's check that out. Now, what makes your ice cream and chocolate different?
Well, I was just going to say because everything's made here on site in the mill, but
Oh,
also
so you
because
make everything right here?
everything, all the chocolates, all
Wow.
the ice cream, right in the kitchen, which you'll be able to see in the window in the hall where we walked in. But I think just the fact that we're like a family, and then my family, like my kids, make it special. So
And who is this little guy?
this is Carter,
Hi,
right?
Carter.
Say hi.
Tell me a little bit about the building, Howard.
Well, the building's 210 years old. It started as a timber mill, but had a lot of iterations over those years. So grist mill, feed mill, cement mill, and then for a long time cider mill. But the village actually grew up around the building, so.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was built by Jonas Williams, Williamsville, and then sold to the Miller family, and it only stayed in one family till '05 when the village bought it, and then I bought the buildings in 2016. So.
That's wonderful. And you have everything here, right? You have ice cream,
Yep.
comic books,
Yeah,
what else?
ice cream, comic books, our karate dojo, my law office, everything is right here on site.
And how did you get started with ice cream?
Well, so when I was growing up, I worked a lot of jobs, and making ice cream and chocolate was one of them. And then, unbeknownst to me at the time, because I was still young, my wife was kind of growing up the same way, but here in Western New York, and she learned ice cream and chocolate as well. So when we got together, we already had the knowledge it took. And Jenny's had been around since 1985, but we bought it about 11 years ago to keep it going. So, but yeah, have a look around.
What a great upbringing for Carter. He gets
Oh yeah,
to,
he's a lucky
live
kid.
in the passions of you
Comic
and
books,
your wife.
ice cream, chocolates.
I know, right?
Yeah.
This is like the perfect child.
Well, I'm glad you wandered in.
I am too. Oh my God, Rozina. This was so worth the hike.
Yeah, it was.
Man, I know there were a lot of bugs. It was treacherous for you out there.
Oh yeah. Ow! Oh my God, was that a leaf?
And it was like life-threatening at moments with the bugs.
Yeah. Oh, there's an ant. There's an ant. Oh my God.
But it was worth it, wasn't it?
It was.
To get the ice cream at the
Yeah.
end. So now I know how to get you out into nature and develop a love for bugs through ice cream. Maybe we could do some chocolate-covered bugs?
No.
No?
Nope.
All right. Maybe that's pushing a little too far.
Yeah.
All right. We'll deal with the ice cream.
Okay.
Well, cheers.
Hi, Kat. How are you? Welcome
Thank you.
to the Herschell Carousel Factory Museum.
I'm so excited to be here today. This
And
is
I'm
going to
happy
be
that
so
you're here,
wonderful.
too. Thank you.
I can't wait to see it.
Okay, let's go in.
All right.
I'll give you a short tour.
Thank you. Okay.
So this room originally was the carpenter shop in this area.
Okay.
And then the carving, all the rest of this space.
Wow.
So we've set up just a small area for carving.
Okay. Oh, and this is where they carved the horses
All the
then.
horses were carved in here.
Now, how many people would have been working in this department back at the time?
No, we don't have a number. We've looked at the pictures and kind of counted people. I'm thinking 20 or 30. This room, it would leave to go into, it would have to be all sanded, smooth, and then it would go into the next room for painting.
Okay.
But before we go there, I want to show you what's over here.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Thanks.
The magical sound of a carousel.
Oh, yes.
Something called a band organ.
Okay.
It's a band in a wooden box. It has
Right.
pipes and flutes and drums and cymbals, and it plays marches and all kinds of different music if it has the paper roll in it.
Ah.
It's very similar to the roll of a player piano. There's a hole in the master.
Right.
The punch will punch down through onto the white paper.
Right.
So when we talk with children, we talk about computers today. They work
Yeah.
on the same binary system. So
Wow.
there's not a whole lot new in the world, is there?
That's amazing, isn't it? You think everything has changed so much, but really.
The basic concepts have
Right.
been there a long time.
How long did it take you to find all of these, the original materials that would have been used in the early days?
Generally, we've been working for almost 40 years.
Wow.
So a lot of it has been here for a while.
How did you end up doing this? How did you get
There are
involved in
kind of
this?
two reasons. One is I grew up just behind the building. My sister and I used to look through holes in the fence and watch them paint the horses. But then also I was teaching 5th and 6th grade in the city and soon realized that the children I was teaching knew nothing about their city,
Right.
had nothing to be proud of, or they didn't think they did when I would ask.
Right.
So when this opportunity came around, I thought that's something that children could become interested in learning more about their city, and that's
And
why I
have
did
some
that.
civic pride in where they were growing up.
Yeah,
That's beautiful, and how exciting for children too, because it's a carousel. And
it's a carousel.
yeah.
Alan Herschel was a Scottish immigrant,
Okay.
and in Scotland, his family had a foundry. He was a pattern maker for the foundry.
Right.
So when he came to the United States, he started a foundry here in North Tonawanda
Okay.
with his partner James Armitage. And then Herschel traveled to New York City in the 1880s, early 1880s, and saw a very, very early carousel, one of the first. He was really enthralled by this idea.
Right.
There were no other rides.
It must have lit up a passion in him, because
It
for him to
did.
come back and start this company.
Well, it took him a little
Yeah.
while to convince his partner that they were going to make these newfangled machines.
Right.
So these are some of the earliest horses.
They look much more simple than
Very
the
simple.
very elaborate
And you
carved
notice
ones at
no
Herschel.
hole. They didn't go up
Yeah.
and down. They were on like a spring mechanism. Because they didn't test with sandbags. They tested with neighborhood children.
I love
They
that.
would open the double doors, put the band organ in the doorway, which is usually loud.
Yes.
And all the neighborhood children knew they could come and ride. That's
That's
what they did.
beautiful. Now this is your little boy,
My little boy. Oh, great.
Gregory. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Gonna mount my horse?
Yeah, he looks good for you.
All right. Now, is my horse gonna beat his? Because,
He's gonna beat him by a nose.
oh, I like it. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is so exciting. What is his name?
King Billy.
King Billy. Oh, King Billy, I love him. He's great. Well, your mom's passion for this has made a difference in her entire community.
Yeah, I'm really proud of her. I'm really glad for the inspiration and the example that I got from her without even knowing I was getting it.
Right.
She started when I was about 7 years old. What I basically learned from these people was a team of normal people can do something. can imagine something unusual and make something that's really unlikely actually happen. This building was in bad shape, it was leaking, it was falling down, it was full of electrical supplies and leaking transformers with PCPs, and it hadn't been anything in decades. And people would say, "You're crazy, you should just tear that building down, it's gonna burn down anyway." And she was like, "No, we're gonna make a museum."
Around 1905, the company went bankrupt. And Herschel reformed the company, this time with his brother-in-law, Ed Spillman.
Okay.
It became the Herschel Spillman Company. Armitage retired. Herschel Spillman continued to make some of the steam riding galleries, but then they started making bigger machines. They created the overhead cam that made the horses go up and down. So Herschel Spillman continued for a while.
Right.
And then Spillman, who was a true engineer, wanted to make automobiles and automobile engines. Herschel didn't want to do that, quit, went home.
Wow.
And Spillman continued as Spillman Engineering Corporation.
Okay.
And then 2 years later, Herschel decided he'd come back and compete with his brother-in-law.
Of course he did.
That's when he bought this building, late 1915, and created just the Ellen Herschel Company,
Okay.
which is what this building is.
All right.
These animals were simpler. The legs are tucked in, the head's tucked in, the ears are tucked back.
Right.
His idea was they would be more portable. So I like to think of the carousels that came out of this building as like every person's carousel.
Right.
You didn't have to drive or travel to the big city. So this is our Kittyland testing.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I feel like I just fell into a camera and woke up in heaven here.
So we have the wet boat ride,
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
cars, and fire trucks.
Right? Oh my gosh, this is taking me back to childhood.
Would you
Wow.
like a helicopter ride?
Oh my gosh, I'd love a helicopter ride. Everyone's ready.
Okay.
Oh my God, this is so exciting. I'm in a helicopter. Hi, Mom. Wow. Oh, here I go. I can pull the bar and I'm going up. Oh my gosh. Woohoo! So you have a picnic pavilion back there that somebody
Yes.
can run out to do a birthday party?
It's in Kittyland. Yes.
Wow, that's
So they can
wonderful.
have a party either inside in the children's gallery
Right.
or outdoors here in Kittyland. So I felt really good when I had several people come back and say that they were so happy that they knew something about their city.
Right.
In fact, I had one young servicewoman who came back and said, we were sitting around talking about what was in our cities back home, and I was so happy to be able to have something to talk about.
Right.
So it made me feel good.
That's beautiful. And it's a beautiful testament of how you used your passion for this project
Right.
to make a difference in your community.
Hopefully,
Because you
yeah.
have forever changed your community by helping to create this amazing
I hope
testament to Herschel
That's-
Carousels.
That's very nice.
So Ray, if anybody wanted to help contribute to this amazing project, and I know that the lumber prices went way up and you had your funds to do the one outdoor area,
Right.
how can they do that?
The very easiest way is to just go on our website,
Mm-hmm.
which is carouselmuseum.org with 2 R's in carousel.
Okay.
Carrousel, carouselmuseum.org. There's a donate button. All you have to do is push it.
Beautiful.
Or you can just send a check. There's our address is on our website,
Great.
so it's easy to find.
Wonderful. And how much more are you looking to raise?
Would you believe I need another 150,000?
Wow.
I had found over 400,000.
Right.
And that's what's happened to the price of lumber. And it's an all wooden building. If you notice, these buildings are all wooden with shiplap siding on the
Yeah.
outside and tongue and groove walls on the inside.
Wow.
So it's double walls of wood.
Yeah.
And
So
it's crazy.
yeah, prices did shoot up so much during the pandemic.
Astronomically.
Yeah.
So I'll keep looking.
Thank you.
It took
Thank
me
you.
Time to find the first 400. I'll just keep going.
You
and
keep
we'll-
going.
we'll
I
find
get
it.
the feeling that how many years have you been doing this?
41 years.
41 years.
You believe it?
That's amazing. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are amazing.
welcome.
I love you.
It's good to be with you.
It's
Thank
so
you.
great to be with you. Thank you. Thank you for joining us on today's very special adventure of Passionate Living. We hope you enjoyed our inspiring guests and are fueled by their commitment to living their dreams and using those dreams to uplift the world around them. A special thanks to our sponsors, Dr. Todd Shatkin and Associates, and our friends at Salt Cave. Their generous support makes this show possible. As well, I want to take a moment to thank our crew and our supporters, and most importantly, I want to thank you for joining us each week on this amazing ride of Passionate Living. Remember to view Passionate Living on Tuesday and Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 11 a.m. Plus, you can view former Passionate Living shows on our YouTube channel at passionateliving.tv or on our website at passionateliving.com. And wherever you are right now, I want you to take a moment and give yourself a huge hug and remember the amazing soul that you are. There's no one like you in this world with your special talents, little lovable or not so lovable quirks, and your particular passions. You are one of a kind, and I want to remind you to love, forgive, and nurture yourself each and every day. It's those little sacred moments of self-love that we fill ourselves up with that we're able to go out and spread that light into the world around us. Thanks again for watching Passionate Living, and as I often say in the close of this show, if you believe you can, you can, and if you believe you can't, you can't. So believe you can and watch what happens in your life. I'm sending you a great big hug and look forward to seeing you on our next episode of Passionate Living.